The UK government has just decided to dump 250 illegal immigrants in Penally, a tiny village on the outskirts of Tenby in Pembrokeshire, in my constituency. The village has 848 inhabitants at the minute, so 250 newcomers is going to cause a bit of a stir. And who are these newcomers? Well, they've just arrived on the shores of Kent from France. They're asylum seekers. Well, the law on asylum says that you have to give them sanctuary in the first safe country to which they come. Well, last I heard, France is not a war-torn country, although parts of the suburbs of Paris seem to be from time to time, with the immigrant populations there causing trouble. But France generally is not a country from which you need to seek asylum. So they should, of course, have been sent straight back where they came from, instead of which the UK border force goes out to meet them in the middle of the channel and escorts them to safety on land, where suddenly they become our charges and at our expense they live whilst their asylum claims are adjudicated. Well, we know from official figures that in 2020, 81% of asylum applications are rejected as having no credible case. So if 81% are rejected, presumably 81% are returned back to where they came from. Oh, no, not quite. Only 2% are actually sent back. The rest of them stay here forevermore. In the last 10 years, the British population has increased by 3 million. In 20 years, it's increased by 6 million. And a lot of these are illegal immigrants. Of course, we don't know actually how many there are. The Home Office doesn't have a clue. There are 50,000 people in this country in asylum-related accommodation, and that's costing us 400 million a year just for the accommodation, and another 500 to 600 million pounds for our other related costs on top. And nearly £1 billion a year is being spent on bogus asylum seekers. I think we've got better uses that we can put that money to, especially in the midst of the COVID crisis. The truth is that we saw off the Spanish Armada in 1588, and we saw off an attempted French invasion of Pembrokeshire in 1797. But there's another invasion going on at the moment, and not only are we not repelling it, we're actively welcoming those who want to invade us. And Wales has declared itself a nation of sanctuary. The Welsh Government and Plaid Cymru enthusiastically say, yes, we want more of these asylum seekers and refugees, even though they're not really seeking asylum and they're not really refugees either. Well, Leanne Wood says they shouldn't be housed in this ex-RAF camp in Penally because that would remind them of Afghanistan. Poor things. Well, maybe she'll offer them some accommodation in her house in the Rhondda. Maybe the Rhondda Valley should be the place that these asylum seekers should be housed. I'm sure that they'll be received with open arms by the people of the villages in her constituency. It's very easy, isn't it, to shuffle off your responsibilities onto others. It's not very easy when those responsibilities fall on you, as is happening now in Pembrokeshire, and in the constituency of the Secretary of State for Wales in the Cabinet, in the county, which is also represented in the Senedd in Cardiff by the leader of the Welsh Conservatives. What are they doing about it? Absolutely nothing. UKIP is the only party in Wales, in the United Kingdom, that will stand up for the rights of British people.